So we got a really weird video here of Ron DeSantis accurately pointing out that the Republicans have lost the last three elections in a major way, but not being able to point out why the Republicans have lost, and not really being able to realize that this turn towards Trumpism and turn towards brash, in-your-face politics, take no prisoners politics, has turned a lot of people off to the GOP, and has turned a lot of people who have traditionally supported the GOP for years and years and years. It's made them second guess their political allegiance, and it's hurting the GOP in elections. So let's go ahead and jump into this video here, and then I'll talk some more about it on the other side.
During an event in Iowa over the weekend that the GOP needs to reject a culture of losing. Do you acknowledge that Trump lost and there wasn't all this fraud that he talks about?
Well, I look at the last however many election cycles. 2018, we lost the House. We lost the Senate.
Yep.
2020, Biden becomes president. Or no, excuse me, we lost the Senate in 2020. Biden becomes president and has done a huge amount of damage. Very unpopular in 2022. And we were supposed to have this big red wave. And other than like Florida and Iowa, I didn't see a red wave across this country. And so I think the party has developed a culture of losing. I think that there's not accountability. And I think in Florida, we really showed what it takes to not just win big, and then deliver big. How are you going to be able to actually bring about big change to make people's lives better? Next.
So, just remarkable. Yeah, dude, the GOP is losing because the GOP has jumped inside of Trump's grievances and has made Trump's grievances the whole party's grievances. And a lot of America doesn't want to hear about it. And a lot of America wants solutions to problems that are happening, that are real problems that are happening in this country, not the latest thing that Trump is ranting about on Truth Social. Okay? So 2000, you know what I mean? 2018. You look at the disastrous first early actions of the Trump administration, banning transgender people from the military, banning people from certain Muslim majority countries from traveling to the United States. These are shocking things, okay, that people did not, or extremely unpopular things, okay? And that's what led to the 2018 defeat, in my opinion, is Trump's early administration mistakes, as well as his tax bill that was, by all intents and purposes, really, it's completely disastrous for anybody making less than $150,000, $200,000 a year. It was disastrous. The middle class got robbed by Trump, and they didn't just sit back idly by and take it. And then 2020, we have Trump's disastrous response to COVID, and basically him wishing it would just go away because this is bad for my election chances. So I'm just going to close my eyes and plug my ears and not pay attention. And let's just hope that this COVID thing just blows over and everyone can just go on with their lives. No, we have 1.2 million dead Americans since the start of the pandemic in 2020. People came out and voted against Trump largely due, in my opinion, to his COVID response. And then you look at 2022, when the Republicans were supposed to have a red wave, and like DeSantis said here, it wasn't a red wave outside of Ohio and Florida. But it's like, what led to that? Could it be Trump appointed judges on the Supreme Court who voted to overturn Roe v. Wade and take away a constitutional right to an abortion that's existed in the United States of America for over 75 years? Like, look at the Kentucky abortion ballot that happened last year, okay, prior to the midterm elections. They voted it down in Kentucky, one of the reddest states in the whole country. They didn't want to restrict abortion rights, and the Republican position on abortion is extremely unpopular. You could look at any poll, okay? It's it's 55, 65% of people who support a woman's right to an abortion, legal right to an abortion. So he accurately points out that the fact that the GOP is losing, but still won't take a harder line defense at Trump, attack at Trump, line of attack. He won't take it. And it's really, I understand the strategy of it, right? Let's sit back. Let's not say anything too bad about Trump. And maybe these legal probes will take him down. Maybe Americans will finally get fed up with him. Maybe if I stay out of the mudslinging, that I'll be seen as a more competent, more leadership-worthy candidate if I stay out of the mudslinging. But you just look at the recent polls for DeSantis, and he's going down. Trump's going up. Okay, and even after the indictment by Alvin Bragg, Trump's poll numbers went up, not down. So I don't really understand the thinking of hoping, we're not going to attack him directly and kind of stay on the outside, and let's hope that the American people can see me as a better candidate. I get the strategy behind it, but it's not working. It's a simple fact. It's not working for you, DeSantis. You got to switch it up, man. You got to switch it up. You got to start finding out a way to attack Trump in a little bit more of a definitive, decisive way. Because if you just stick with what you're doing now, I don't even see a point of DeSantis running for president. Okay, it's a massive waste of time and waste of money and a waste of his political capital, when in fact he could just continue to be Mr. Popular, conservative, anti-woke guy in Florida, and that could be his legacy. And one more thing, I just want to mention about how he says, "Oh, we won in Ohio and we won in Florida. That, like, I know how to win in these states." But like a place like Florida, there's not anywhere else in the country that demographically and politically is anywhere like Florida. Nowhere in the country. Okay, people in Florida eat this anti-woke crap up. Okay, they see their state as being the last great place in America where we can be racist and we can be anti-progress and we can be anti-education, and it benefits you politically to be all those things in Florida. Well, guess what? It doesn't benefit you everywhere. The same platform that benefits you in Florida doesn't benefit you in the rest of the country. So it's like DeSantis talks about his winning record. Dude, Florida is not anywhere like the rest of the country. Okay? What wins you in Florida and Ohio doesn't win you in the more purple states that have more diverse populations, less homogenous populations. All right, so that's all I got for you guys on this one. We'll see if DeSantis is able to turn it around here. I think there's still a chance that he could. I don't want to write him off completely yet, but it's not looking too hot for him. And I think that if he wants to make a bigger splash in this presidential election, he needs to switch up his strategy a bit. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, peace.